Hey, brothers and sisters, what's up? This is the Reluctant Navi back again. News and views on the news. Another message to preach and teach, and something to just wake you up. Um, and see if you ever noticed this, right? And this is regardless of the status of the man. But did you notice this? The good Afro men, right? That black women left alone. They're like, oh, he is square, he a lame. Did you notice that he seems to be the one that is prospering the most spiritually and financially? And we're saying this despite the black woman. Gone are the days back before 1950 where it was ideal to be a family with a black woman as part of the family. Because those women understood that the man was the head, understood her role, and understood that her role was just as significant as a woman as the man's role was significant as a man. And between the both of them, these families came out to be so rich that they rivaled the Caucasian people, which is why the Caucasian people, for you Caucasian people, bombed them from the air, shot them in the backs, and murdered a whole slew of Afro peoples, like the people of Greenwich Road in Oklahoma, which commonly is referred to as Black Wall Street. Now, keep this in mind. 5 years after this incident, these people rebuilt that place. Think about that for a second. Now, what happened is in the 70s, as we know, and we're going to go back to 54 to the 70s, the black women started betraying the family and the community, and they started to cape for the Caucasian people, their system, and their system of laws that were created specifically to disadvantage the Afro family community and especially the male. They figure if they could get the black woman to destroy the male, then the community will soon follow. Now, understanding the propensity for the Afro man to fight back, to fight the system and do a workaround, find a way to be prosperous, the Caucasian people said, so long as the black woman is with the black man, they will prosper as a group together. But if we can divide the community by getting the black woman to sell out the Afro man, then we have something here. And that's what they did. And that's what she did, which is why we got the mess of the communities like Chicago, like anywhere where you see a bunch of black women congregated in that community, it is a far cry from anything nice. Now, as you think about this, then there was the desire for men to unite with the black woman, but the black woman didn't want the good black man because he was square. All right. Then the black man found out, no, he's not a black man. He's an Afro man. He's indigenous. He's aboriginal. Oh, his first fight was with the black woman because her job was to keep us stupid, ignorant, not knowing ourselves. Remember, the simp says she's the first teacher. No, she is the first brainwasher. She didn't teach anything. She made sure we stayed subject to, well, the tomfoolery of this system, this crooked system. And she loved it is because she could train the boys to worship her well into her old age. So even though, like I pointed out with Zeke Elliott, the father was primarily responsible for him being where he is. He like, oh, my mom, I need to buy my mom a house. These boys grow up not recognizing the man, even if he, and the women teach this to the point that even if the man makes it to be president of the United States, the black women still will not acknowledge the hard work and stuff that he put in. Now, as we get further into this, let me greet everybody because I almost forgot. Havorin Hardu Gudag Ola Oi to the Bang versus Los Bonjour Mizmi Kid Bawani Konichiwa Ni Hao Ni Ama Sani Bonani Jumbo Habaragani Assalamu alaikum and Shalom. Alright, let's not forget to get those thumbs up to donate. My PayPal me link will be in the description box. Hit me up, like, share, subscribe. When you subscribe, click that bell. When you click the bell, click all. Right? So y'all know all the stuff that I'm doing. Alright, so hit me up in that description box. Now, these these women here decided that if they get with a man, it is only to take his resources, especially the good man. Why? Because child support is way better for her than a dad is for the child. Because the black woman just don't give a F. Right? Now, until they get into their 40s, they think they could walk out any kind of way into the street. And because a dude will run through her, she thinks that she's the it. Not recognizing that anybody will run through her because she's putting it out there like that. But that just because somebody will run through y'all and might run through them on the regular, it doesn't mean that anybody want to wipe them up or be with them. Everybody sees them for what they are. And now those are running the other way. Anyone with wisdom is running the other way. And now they're just left with the brainwashed simps. Oh, the black woman is queen. My queen did this. My queen is that. These aren't queens. But see, they don't know. All right. And we're going to get into something else too. So they don't understand how wicked these women are. But it's worse than that. It's way worse than. Remember, the black woman never really cared about any of this. 2014. It's always been said that the worst place for a child to be in the United States is with a black woman. Why? Because even though statistics say, hold on, wait a minute. Data says, everything says this, that across all races. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on for a second. I just want y'all to see this graph. That's us in the middle. We're losing in population as a community. But it don't matter to the men. And I'm going to tell you why. All you need is a few men to rebuild back up the community. But it will rather matter to black women. Because without the good man, she's nothing. She ain't nothing but a, 304. She cares nothing about the child. And if you see this 53%, a full percentage higher than a Hispanic single mother. But understand that the Hispanic single mother, right? Understand this. They have the disadvantage, many of them not knowing English. But if you look across all races, the next best place to be when the couple is not together as a husband and wife is for the child. The next best place to be for the child is with the father. And not by a little bit either. By a lot. All right. By a lot. Understand this. This is what's been killing us. We know now, and this was as of 2004, right? We know now that it is much higher. The abortion rate is at 22 plus million. When you add in California and Maryland, it's closer to 50 million. Now, keep this in mind. You see AIDS down there? Violent crimes kill more people than AIDS. But guess what killed more people than violent crimes? Accidents. Now, when you see this violent crime stat, it's all violent crimes against Afro people, whether it's committed by another Afro person or the man, Afro person or the Caucasians. Anything that killed us through violent crimes is in there. All right. Now, this woman, Shermania Abernathy, and she don't understand this. Black men be like, black women are the biggest gold diggers. Black households have the lowest net worth, though. Right? And she doesn't understand that she is specifically why black households have the lowest net worth. What is the net worth of the black woman? Is $5. Is zero with a child, and is minus 11,000 to zero if they have a degree. Y'all saw the video I put up about that. Minus $11,000 to zero if they have a degree. So the only reason why they're in the positive at all is because of the working Afro males. Oh, and guess where most of their money is going to? The black woman who is squandering it on weave, like what Miss Shermina Abernathy has in her head. They've been taking the money from the Afro man that he probably would be using to either save in the community or otherwise build it up, and put it on their weave, hair, nails, eyebrows, and all the rest of that. And then they want to say that the man that is still making more money than them is accountable for this low wealth, this low wealth gap. No, 100%. Black woman is the thing that's driving that down. Not only is she taking money from the man by more than just the child support means, but her spending habit, her lust for materialistic things have driven, no matter what she makes, everything down into the gutter. Think about it. A woman with a bachelor's is has a net worth is minus 11,000 to zero. Right? Yeah. These black women better stop running off at the mouth, because they might run up against that person and make what they're saying make them look real bad. But I'm not making them look bad. They're making themselves look bad. They're the ones that's saying this stuff and putting it out in public. They're the one that created this situation with the abortions. All right? They're the one that created this situation with poverty. When they said, I don't need no man. I'd rather have welfare and food stamps, subpar housing and food stamps. And I don't mind my child growing up without a father, without guidance and stuff like that, because it's all about her feelings, and her vanity. Oh, yeah. And then this thing. Yeah, big blue and white, right? Y'all know it's 65% now. Black women with less population, way less population than white women, are ahead of them as far as HIV, new HIV infection. There is a good reason for that, an excellent reason for that. All right, and let's get to it real quick. All right, brothers. Now, let me just break this down to you. This came from a Brittany Spivey, and somebody sent this to my phone. And this was something she posted on Instagram. It was an Instagram post, right? Um, Brittany L. Spivey, right? You see a dark black woman, right? I'm not even going to keep that conversation posted, but I will say this: a bisexual man has been the best sexual partner I've had thus far. Straight men can learn a thing or five. F y'all and y'all toxic A masculinity. The end. Now, understand this. She says, dumb men trying to shame a bi man for speaking facts. Then they laughed at me and called me illogical for dealing with bisexual men, trying to clown them. Hella corny, bruh. Sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes you feel like a nut, and sometimes you don't. And the saddest part about this is you had a bunch of dudes in in the comment section, straight dudes, still referring to this piece of mess as a queen. All right, and these are the cells that beauty begins the moment you decide to be yourself. Black queens. And this is who the black queen is. I told y'all there is no such thing as anybody down low. I kept telling y'all. There is no down low, brothers. These women know exactly who they are. And they love them. These dudes are running all up in them. The only time they say they don't know is after they come down with HIV. Now, we getting back to the other thing that I showed you. You know, remember the other picture I showed you? This thing, this is why the black woman has no worth to any good man anymore. Because not only will they say some stuff like that and they let the cat out the bag that they always knew, all right, and then they try to use that as an excuse to try to explain how they're getting all this. No, it is not the straight men. It is not the good men. It's these thugs that they love. It's these dudes coming out of these prisons, and all the excuses that they make don't cover up that statement that I just read to you before this. All right, and I know y'all remember this. Yeah, the so-called black queen, the Jezebel, right? Scientifically, she has everybody's seed in them. The black woman has everything that had a D. Everything that had a D got to run up inside a black woman. She chose that over the men. Everything. Everything been able to get her by appealing to her vanity. All right. This is why she has the so-called Eve gene, and this is why it's only found in the black woman. No one has slept with more species of humanoids than she. And as you know, that DNA still is lodged in them. Although the seed is dead, the DNA is present. So when a man runs up into a non-virgin woman, that baby coming out is likely to be mixed or have some part of some other DNA in the from the woman because of all the people she slept with before the man that created the child. Woo! Talking about the travesty of the 304. That's why I don't mind them hitting that wall. All right, that wall is coming up fast, and as we start to leave them alone, all right, we're showing them their wickedness and laying it bare. And they're the ones that's exposing themselves on all these things, Instagram and all of that, because they're all about their feelings. And I'm gonna let you in on another secret. The reason why evil feels so good to them because that's what they're attracted to. A woman that is attracted to a man, no matter what he does, it feels good to her. The reason why a good man cannot make a woman that lusts for evil feel good because she is not attracted to good. She wants evil, and so she goes out for that. But then when she start getting banged on the head and stuff like that, all right, and she decides she needs a good man, all right, she goes to him. She can't bring him crap. But the crap she done have up inside, but the crap she has up inside her from all the other wicked men that she was with before she decided, you know what, that good man might be a good idea. And this is why we should leave them alone, especially the non-repentant. If they can't be repentant, we don't need to mess with them. Let that wall of justice keep hitting them. Yeah, it's moving up on them rather quickly, and they don't like it. With that said, I'm out.